So where's your fire? Where is your passion for your life? Have you fallen into one of those ruts? Like it's so easy to do where you're just existing in order to go to work every day, basically. And just coming home with barely enough time to see your family, to eat dinner, to go to sleep, just in order to go do it again the next day. And it's like you keep living this life where you're stuck in this rut where your entire existence really becomes all about just paying the bills, right? Getting 2 weeks off a year, out of 52 of those weeks. So where is that inner fire? If you've lost it, like, we all do from time to time, we kind of lose we lose that spark, right? That passion that we used to have as kids for living. I mean, we think of all the things that we used to dream about when we were kids. Man, the things we were going to do, the places we were going to go, who we were going to be. We were going to be like astronauts and movie stars and athletes and all these things. But somewhere along the way, we lose that inner fire. So what I'm going to share with you here is just five ways that you can kind of jolt that inner fire back, ignite your inner fire if you've lost it. If your life has just become one of this existence where you don't feel like there's any purpose, there's no meaning, and you don't have any real direction in your life, and you want it back. So the first thing you got to do to awaken your inner fire, the first thing you got to do is you got to know where it is that you're headed. Basically, define your purpose or your dream. And I know it sounds like kind of, all that, it's not realistic, dreams are for kids, and that was fine then, but now I've got responsibilities and bills to pay and a family to feed, and it's just not possible, it's too late, but bullshit, okay? Define your dream. Whatever it is in life that you want to do, if you're not doing that, or maybe you don't even know what it is, maybe it's just got lost along the way, and you don't know what it is. I mean, I used to work with clients when I was doing personal training. I can't tell you how many clients who, when I asked them what they wanted, like, how can I help you? What's your goal? What are you trying to achieve? They would tell me about, they wanted to lose weight. They wanted to get rid of their stomach. They wanted to tone up and do all these things, but they really had no clue what it was that they were after, aside of the numbers. They didn't know what it is that they wanted because deep down, they didn't really know who they were. They weren't in touch with their dream. And the thing that's so important about a dream is it's a driving force. Think about a life without a dream is basically, you're not living. You're not really alive. You're just existing. You're just going through the motions. When you don't have a dream, you don't have that passion, that sense of purpose. But when you define that dream, what it is that wakes you up, what is it that excites you? What is it that you want to be doing? If you could wave a magic wand and do anything with your life and be anywhere you want in the world and have your days to yourself, what would it look like? Start thinking about that because it starts to spark your passion. And when you define your dream, what you've really done is you've defined your purpose. So define your dream. Second thing is to think of what your life will be like when you are living your dream. Think of everything. So when you define your dream, that's one thing, but think of how your life will be different than what it is now if you were living your dream. Because there's no reason that you can't start to go after your dream. And if you're thinking you're too old, it's too late, you're not smart enough, don't have enough money, the right education, whatever it is, again, bullshit. Right? These are just excuses that we create basically to justify living the life we're living now and accepting the fact that we're settling for what we've got instead of going for what we want. So think about what your life will be like, because when you start to think of all the things that you'll have, the places you can go, the things you get to do, right? Living your passion starts to change how you view your life and what you're doing with it, right? The third thing is to flip it around and think of what will happen if you don't live your dream. See, right now is one thing, but if you go the rest of your life, all the years you have left, what's going to happen if you're not living your dream? And I remember the day that thought hit me, because I was stuck in the middle of traffic, and I was on my way home from work, and it was about a 2.5-hour drive home from work. And I'm stuck in traffic, and I'm in this deep depression. Because at the time, I'm $55,000 in debt. I had health problems all over the place. I was battling depression every single day. I had aches, pains, injuries, high blood pressure. I was in debt up to my eyeballs. I wasn't happy with my career. And I just felt like my whole life, like nothing was working. And I started to think about this one question in my mind as I'm sitting there. Is this all life is about? Is this it? Because I couldn't imagine at the time. I'm like 35 years old, and I'm thinking, I can't go through another 35 years living like this. I got to do something, because if I don't, I'm going to be living with all these regrets. So I started thinking about how I would feel like I missed this opportunity to live my life the way I wanted to do the things I wanted to do, to leave a legacy that my family would be proud of, my daughter and my wife. You know, I wanted to impact the world. And it woke me up. It really woke me up. So it'll do the same for you. But think about that. What will happen if you don't live your dream? If you don't start doing something right now? The fourth thing is to train. Right? Train. What I mean by train, not talking about the one that you ride. I mean like going to work out, right? And I'm not talking about going through the motions. And, oh yeah, I know I need to exercise. And it's good for me. No, not like that. What I'm talking about is when you train, like when you get in there and you really train, what it does is it's a way to, for one, it moves energy all throughout your body. You go through like a good hard-ass workout, right? It moves energy, and when you're moving energy, you're delivering oxygen and nutrients to the cells of your body. It's like a way to kind of force feed yourself energy, right? The other thing that it does is it's a physical and a mental challenge. And it's one that if you partake in it, and when you get up against that challenge and you're really pushing yourself, and you get through it, right? You push through and you don't give up when your body and your mind are telling you to quit. And in the end, you feel really good because you complete the workout. You're tired, right? I'm not saying to go out and like wipe yourself out and kill yourself, but you're tired, but in a good way, right? You're tired where you feel like a good sense of accomplishment. You feel like you're on that high, right? That buzz that you get, that kind of glow after a good workout, right? So that's one other thing to do. Train. And do it consistently. And then finally, the fifth thing is to get out and spark your creativity. See, a lot of times what happens is we get stuck in the rut of like work all the time. So we become like really left brain, right? Really into like our logical side. Think about pay the bills, right? Buy the food, all the things we got to do, get to work, Our life becomes like just all about like the logical side. And what happens is we don't really spark that right side, right? That creative side. So if we don't use it, it's like they say, use it or lose it. If we don't use it, it starts to get shut down. So what we want to do is we want to spark that creative side. And you don't have to do anything crazy to do that. It's as simple as just maybe reading a book. It might be for you reading fiction that will start to spark some creative imagination in you. It might be going to a movie. I love going to movies. And I'll watch, inspirational movies or action movies or whatever I'm in the mood for. But I love doing that because it's a chance to kind of get away. And a lot of times, it really does spark a lot of ideas within me. The other thing is you could go somewhere. Maybe it's just like getting away for a day or a weekend or whatever it is. For me, I like going to a beach. There's nothing that beats, for me, going to the beach. Because when I'm out there, it sparks my imagination because it's so vast, right? It's just looking out into this ocean that is like infinite. And I start to think about freedom, right? And then it really just like all the things that I want to do, and I start getting ideas, and it just really it wakes me up and makes me feel alive and kind of connected to the whole universe, right? But again, just kind of find a way to spark your creative side. Right? So that's all I want to share. I know this video's gone on too long already. I wanted it to be closer to like 3 minutes, and it's just getting way out of hand. But anyway, the important thing was that you had some ways to spark that inner fire within you so that you can build a stronger life for yourself One where you're not just existing just to go 8 to 5 every day, but one where you're really living your passion, living your purpose, and living with power. So go do it. Go build that life that you want, and I'll talk to you soon.